Hello, so today I will tell you the Saxon version of the Germanic creation myth, not of the world, but of the first Germanic folk humans. I say Germanic folk humans because you got to understand, during the Ice Ages, the people who became known as the Germanic tribes, the Germanic folk, we were separated from all the other Europeans for about 50,000 years. And we were certainly separated from the rest of the world for much longer. So, to us, we were the only human beings in the world. You know, all the mountain ranges in Europe were giant sheets of ice, you got to remember. And when we were stuck by ourselves, and we developed our own unique physical characteristics and our own unique languages, and we were no longer just the Europeans that were before when it was warmer. Because when we migrated into, the area that is northern Germany and Germany today, it was during about maybe 50,000 years ago or so, there was a little bit of a warm-up time period. And so we were there. We were no longer with all the other Europeans. And then it got cold again. And then it's these big ice sheets. The Alps became ice, and all the mountain ranges in Europe became ice, and we were all separated, and that is when the Europeans became the different tribes of Europe. We started having the Southern Europes and the Slavic Europes, the Germanic Europes, the Celtic Europes. And this is when that happened, during the Ice Age, when we were separated for about, 40, 50,000 years from each other because of giant ice sheets. So all these pagan creation myths are based upon the fact that to us, we were the only people in the world. Until, 2,000 or 3,000 years ago when the ice was melting, to our knowledge, there were no other people in the world but us. Anyway, so I tell you the Saxon version. I've read before the Norse version, and it is very similar, but this actually has some details to it that are different. So that's why I thought I would share it. And this was passed down to me verbally. So, Woden, Vil, and Vale, the three brothers, right, who are awareness, willpower, and the spirit, or the three minds. Conscious mind, subconscious, unconscious, right, your three minds, which is what science nowadays, physics says, manifests our reality, the three minds. So they are walking in the east of Midgard, in Jotunheim. Jotunheim. I say Heim because that is our Saxon dialect. We say Heim, we don't say Heim. They go to the Insenwald, which means iron forest, which is in Jotunheim. And they find two beautiful trees. They find a Eschbaum and an Ilmbaum, which translates to an ash tree and an elm tree. They saw two pieces had fallen off of the two trees, so each tree had a large branch or something that fell off and was sitting there. And they were looking at these two pieces of Ilm und Esk, and they were thinking to themselves what they could create with these pieces of wood that had fallen off the trees. So Woden gave them souls and awareness. Will gave them form, as in physical shape, and motion and the senses. And Weo gave them blood. Then the newly created Wer und Wief, which means man and woman, not man as in mankind, the modern way of man. It used to be Wer und Wief. So I just thought I would clarify, I do not mean man as in Mani the moon. They were given Midgard to take care of and protect. So, I'd like to clarify this mythology now a little bit. Where are they? They are in the east, Jotunheim. The east, the place of birth. The sun rises in the east. Jotunheim, that is the place of identity. And also the element of atom or aether, life energy, expansion, which is trees. Trees grow and they expand as they grow. And they are the wood element, or also known as aether or atom. And then where are they also? They are in Isenwald, or Isenwald in Saxon, Isenwald in German. So it's iron forest, right? Iron. What is iron? What is full of iron? Your blood, right? Your blood is full of iron. Blood represents life energy also. And then you're in a forest of trees. Also, all this is representing atom and life energy. The elements, okay? So we are made from life energy. We are made from trees. Why? Our ancestors, had so much respect for trees. We had sacred, groves and forests that we never chopped down trees from and everything. We believed the trees had, we believed everything, even stones, everything had life. It is animism, everything had life. That is why All Mother Frigga in the mythology asks everything not to harm Baldur, because everything had life according to our ancestors. So this is why we had such a strong connection with trees. In our mythology, we were made from trees, our folk. And what else with trees? They give us life, right? They create oxygen. What we breathe out, the carbon, the trees use as food. They eat our carbon, which is bad for us. It is good for the tree. And then the trees take this carbon and they create oxygen, which is good for us, life energy, right? It is a mutual benefit with the trees. So this is why Ve and Vif were given Midgard to take care of, to protect it, to take care of it. Not to rule it, not to destroy it, to take care of it. They saw themselves as the protectors and the caregivers of Moraerda, the planet, Earth, Midgard. So I just thought I would share the Saxon version of the Germanic folk creation myth. I did read years ago the Norse version. I don't really remember it, but maybe go look up the Norse version and compare it to this video and you can see the differences. But I'm pretty sure it is very similar, but there are some differences. Like, I do not remember Jotunheim or the Iron Forest having anything to do with the Norse myth. But in the Saxon mythology, it is there. Tschüss.